All right, so before we get started, I want to show y'all my lenses. I am not a professional photographer. I just like having the nicest of things. Okay, so I do not make money with any of the stuff that I showed you. I am not sponsored by any brand at all, even though I'm a big fan of Nikon. This one here, you guys probably seen it before. It's my Z9. You know what's funny? I went from, here real quick, before we show y'all the lenses, I went from a Nikon D3300 up to the Nikon Z9. Like literally that was the switch from Nikon D3300 to a Z9. So we went from the bottom of the barrel to the top of the barrel. And at the time of purchasing the Z9, I actually was not even that great with using this camera. So I don't even think I really graduated from this camera to even qualify to go to the Z9 for sure. It was a big jump, but I did like everyone else. I got on YouTube, watched a whole bunch of videos, and I mean, the images that I take with the Z9, just mainly family vacations, reunions, and stuff like that, I love it. I'm really great at it. So yeah, it went from the Nikon D3300. I jumped to the Z9, and I bought my wife a Z5. This is actually probably what I should have stepped up to, was the Z5. This is a great entry-level camera on the mirrorless side. It does everything I need it to do. It is not as fast as the Z9, but I mean, this shoots excellent pictures. 24 megapixels. This one here, the Nikon Z9, 45 megapixels. But yeah, anyway, I want to show y'all, this is my 50 millimeter 1.8, and I also have a 85 millimeter 1.8. Excellent lenses for the cost. Great lenses. I do not need this 50 millimeter 1.2 lens. I don't need it, but I wanted to see what it can do. And honestly, Nikon, if you're watching this, I love this lens, this 50 millimeter mounted on the Z9. I mean, it's like a semi truck hauling, just some bicycles. You know what I mean? It just does not match. That's why I did it. That's why I stepped up to the 50 millimeter, and we're gonna open box it. People always talk about these, they call these cases, I mean, they're just little bags, to put your lens in. I always use these. Whenever I put my lenses in my bag, I always wrap them first. Cosmetically, I just don't want them to get scratched. Are they the best? No, they're not. But hey, they came with it, use it. I'm not going to toss it to the side. So yeah, it looks like all it is this. It's just a pouch. It's nothing great, but I use them. So yeah, use those guys. Yeah, just use them. All right, back to the unboxing of the 50 millimeter 1.8. I'm trying to do this with one hand because I still have to kind of use my GoPro. Oh, I was watching Batman in the background, Dark Knight, so that's what's playing. Anyway, so you know what? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Gonna pull that out. What's in there? You guys know they always talk about the serial numbers and all that kind of stuff. You got the owner's manual. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all this. I'm actually gonna keep the box. Just don't know if I'm going to keep the lens. We'll see. But I've seen people do reviews on this lens, and they talk about how big it is. I think the having a big lens to go with my Nikon Z, I mean, it just makes sense. This is like I said, this is my wife's Z5. And I have the macro lens, the 2.8 macro, and it actually is a big lens. It does not match the camera. Something like the 85 or the 50, any of the 1.8s would be better, but I mean, they have a 50 millimeter macro out there. That would have been good, but that does not match. But you know, I love it. She loves it. She's able to handle it. You know, I like the big lenses. I think it matches the it just matches the camera. All right, so let's see. We're gonna take this out. Just my GoPro. Maybe I gotta sit up a little bit. Hope you guys can see that. You'll see. Hopefully so. So anyway, yeah, this is it. Lens cap, lens hood. I always use this. I always keep it on all the time. So when I'm not using it, yeah, I put it on backwards, you know, just like it's supposed to be. But yeah, this is a nice, I mean, it has some weight to it. It has some weight to it, but it's a nice looking lens, okay? And I'm gonna have some, just my opinions about what Nikon is doing. Nikon has some great lenses. The reason everything I do is Nikon is because I take a lot of cruises on Carnival cruise ships, and I always see the photographers use Nikon. So, I mean, that's why. I mean, if I would have saw them using Sony, if I would have saw them using Canon or Fuji, I probably would have had one of those brands. But I take a lot of cruises. We cruise about, you know, 4 times a year. I always see them using Nikon cameras. But like I said, if they would have had another brand, that I'll probably would be showing you guys that. But yeah, anyway, it has the you know, the lens cover, or excuse me, yeah, for the back part, the cover. And then, you know, it says you can see that. Hopefully it's showing pretty good. 50mm 1.2. So the 1.2 versus, which one is it? Yeah, oh, that's the 85. Sorry. I mean, look at the difference between that. All right. So yeah, and then, you know, you add the hood to it. You know, you add the, I mean, look at the difference between those. I mean, I know there's specs on how tall it is and the weight. I don't have all that stuff. Look it up. I mean, yeah, it's easy. Everybody, it's out there. But I just want to show y'all the actual, you know, the difference. And it is a difference. But, you know, here, let me take off the Plena. This is an excellent lens. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, look, the Plena, the 135mm 1.8 versus the 50mm, the 50 1.2. I mean, they're about the same, right? I mean, they're flipped upside down. Look, height wise, yeah, they're about the same. Get that out the way. But I like having the big lenses on my camera. I think it just fits better, right? I think it just fits. Yeah, so look at that now. Look at that setup. Move it away so I don't get distracted by everything else. Yeah, I need to take that off, but I'm trying to do this with one hand. I mean, it has a top LCD screen, which, I'm sure there's a need for it. I don't really need it. I mean, I have one on top of my camera there too. I don't use that often. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I would have preferred that the 50mm 1.2 cosmetically looked like the 135, just, you know, just as far as the bigness, it doesn't match. I think they should have kept all of the 1.2s, you know, looking like the 85mm 1.2. It looks like the Plena. They should have had the 50 1.2 look like the 85 1.2, which looks like the 135 1.8 Plena. I think that's the way I would have done. Or if they would have made the 1.2 and the 85 look like this, you know, they should have kept some consistency to have a 50mm 1.2 and then an 85mm 1.2 look different cosmetically. I think that was a bad design. That's just me. As photographers, For you pros out there, I mean, I know you guys like order, you guys like things a certain way, and continuity is a part of that. So I think that if they upgrade the lens later on, if they would make it look like this, would be great. All right, so yeah, that's the 50 1.2. Trying to get out of the way. So I'm going to do some shots with the I don't know, maybe tonight. Maybe take wifey out and get some shots. But I just want y'all to see the difference between the lens. But like I said, I am not a photographer. But I do know having nice portrait pictures and having that background blurred out is, you know, it's going to be better than the 1.8. But I took some pictures with wifey the other day, and I love the 51.8. I do. I love it. I just want to see what this 51.2 will do. Will I keep it? We'll see, because there's no reason for me to upgrade. I'm not a pro. I don't get paid taking pictures. I just like having nice things. All right, so yeah, we'll see. See it up close. Yeah, I like the feel of it. I mean, it has the weight on it, right? Yeah, it has the weight on it. Yeah, it has a function button there. You can make all these, you know, have their own specific function with ISO, aperture. If you're in video mode, you know, it has a function also. But yeah, looks nice. Make sure my camera's still on. Yeah, we're good. The 51.2. So, like I said, once again, I am not a pro. I don't need that. I do not. Here is the 85mm 1.8. Once again, another great lens. I mean, the 85, I think it's less than $1,000. The 50 is less than $1,000. I can't remember the exact price. You know, you guys can look it up online. But yeah, these are enough for what I do. There's no reason for me to upgrade at all, right? But guess what? Yeah, I did. So yes, they just showed up. That's the 85mm 1.2. And I have the 50mm 1.2. And yeah, like I said, no reason for me to upgrade. Let's look at the 85 1.2. Let's look at that. Let's check it out. Another pouch, right? I use them, love them. Owner's manual. You know, when I'm bored, yeah, I'll go through it. You always learn something when you read stuff. I mean, you know, you always learn, like, oh, I didn't know that little detail about that. You know, you always learn. Reading is fundamental. All right. Oh, I'm trying to do this, guys. Sorry. One of my favorite movies, Batman. Yeah. Uh-oh. See if I can do this. Ugh. I must be doing it upside down. All right. Styrofoam. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The lens hood is probably at the bottom of there. Is it? Yeah. Lens hood. Right. All right. So. Ooh, I'm curious. And what I'm gonna just do I'm gonna, you know, get the tripod out. And I have two tripods. I have and I'll show you guys this later. Right there, if you guys see it, is a small rig tripod. Right over there is the Peak Design tripod. Okay, so we'll talk about tripods another time. I like both of them. All right, so ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What's this? Oh, it's a little sticker got on my. Yeah, look at this. The 85mm 1.2. Like I said, I am not a pro, but having this, you know, Nikon Z9, even the Nikon Z5, even the Nikon D3300, I now take better pictures. If I would have watched YouTube or even upgraded my lenses, I probably wouldn't even upgrade it from the Nikon D3300, to be honest with you. But whenever we go on like family cruises, and we had a family reunion this past August, I was the main one taking videos and pictures and stuff like that. So when I got back, that was why I upgraded and got the Nikon Z9. All right. Yeah, look at this. See, and this is what I'm talking about right here. Just, where's my plinter? Yeah, there it is. Look at the plinter. Let me put the lens hood on this so we can do the comparison. I just think the bigger lenses fit the Nikon Z9, maybe even the Z8. I mean, I'm not going to necessarily say the 7.2 and the 6 and so forth, but definitely the Z9 because it's a big camera, and like I said, even the Z8 because it's similar. I mean, they're pretty much the same. Yeah, look at this. I mean, and this is. Let me take off the cap so we can make sure we're looking at it. That is almost the same height. I mean, it's, yeah. What do they call it in horse racing? You know, I can't remember that word. You guys know it. But anyway, it's that photo finish. All right. So, yeah, the Plena versus the 85 1.2. Ooh. And guys, I have all of the 1.8s. They are that great. I have the 20, I have 35, the 50. I think there's like a 20, is there a 26 or 24 out that I do not have? Because that's the only one I do not have of the 1.8s. But I have the 20, the 35, the 50, the 85, and the 135 Plena. This Plena is excellent. Talk about shooting wide open at 1.8 and still getting that those balls be completely circular. I've heard on the 85 1.2 wide open, you have to stop it down to 1.8. So basically you have to make this camera be this camera in order to get circular balls. That's what I've heard. Is that true? I don't know. I'm going to do a test. It's not a big deal to me, like I said, because I am not a pro. But yeah, this is what I am looking for right here. This big old camera to have this big old lens on it. Oh, look how big this is. Are y'all kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look how big that is. Yeah, but I think it just fits better. To me, it just fits better. I like that big old S stamp, right? Even though my first name is Simeon, Nikon Simeon. Nikon Simeon, I like, yeah, that's what I tell myself. And I think Nikon, if you're listening once again, if on the 1.2s, right, when you do your redesign, because you should, cosmetically, have them all be with the bigger S. Let's look at this. Do you have the big S on the 50? Because I thought I saw it smaller. Where's the S? See, I'm scrolling. Where's the S? I don't have my glasses on, y'all. Can y'all see it? Does it even say S on it? Or is that the other end of the lens? Okay. Oh my gosh. See, look. That's how small. I didn't even see it. No, I don't have my glasses on, but still, I see this. I see the big S on this one. So why do you have a small S? Why do you have that little Nikon and then that real small S on this 50 millimeter 1.2 lens that costs $2,000? Seriously, give us the big S. You have it on the Plena. You have it right there on the Plena. And it's a 1.8. Why did you not put it on the 1.2? So the 50 1.2 needs a redesign. It needs to be just as big as the 85 1.2, just as big as the 135 Plena. I know on the roadmap they're coming out with a 35 1.2. It's no secret. It's not going to be a 1.4. They already have the 1.8 out. So it's a 35 1.2. It's going to happen. Please let it be as big as this. Let the 35 be a big camera. All right, can we get that? Can we get it to look? Can we get some continuity on the lenses? All right, please, can we do that? So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to get some images of the 50 1.2. I'm going to get some images of the 85 1.2. Oh man, yeah, I love them. But anyway, guys, that's all I got. You know, oh, where's it? Did we do the comparison? Did we show the 85? Get the print out the way. Where's my 85? There it is. 85. Look, I mean, look at the difference. 50. Oh, scrap. I always get those mixed up. Ain't got my glasses on, like I said. All right, so yeah. What it look like? Okay, there we go. There we go. Yep. See? Yeah. So 50 1.8, 50 1.2, 85 1.8, 85 1.2. I love Nikon. Anyway, that's it. Simeon with Aim High Photography. Hey, y'all have a good one. I'm out.